Behold the atheist's nightmare. Now, if you study a well-made banana, you'll find on the far side there are 3 ridges. On the close side, 2 ridges. If you get your hand ready to grip a banana, you'll find on the far side there are 3 grooves, on the close side 2 grooves. The banana and the hand are perfectly made one for the other.
But no, for real, I was kind of wondering if that was true or just some kind of rumor. So
What, that TJ shoved a banana in his butt?
yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, it's true. It's definitely true.
It's very
And it
true.
got filmed. Damn, dude, that's like terrible.
He filmed it himself.
No offense, it didn't bother me. I actually thought it was hilarious.
Most people did.
Yeah.
I have to think it's my. After I did that, my mom called me up and was like, "Hey, TJ, you want me to make you some banana bread or something? Maybe come over for a banana split."
Score one for TJ's mom.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No! Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Welcome, everyone, to Drunken Peasants, episode 988. We are 12 episodes away from episode 1000, coming up 1 month from today, February 24th, 2022.
Ooh.
Everyone, please like this stream. Make sure you are subscribed.
We're so close to episode 1000, but we don't really think of how close we are to episode 2000. Like, we're almost halfway there. That's even bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, this is our second episode of this week. We won't be back again until Saturday. We're hoping to get closer to the goal. Shit. And after this, we are doing a double feature because we didn't do our movie review last month, and we haven't done it yet this month. So we are going to do a double feature movie review.
It's going to be pretty good. I know one of them that we're going to watch is a kind of comedy. I'm pretty excited for it.
And then there's they're like fan films, right?
Yeah,
Fan made.
One is Scooby-Doo, and I skimmed through it, and it looked actually kind of funny, like in a good bad way.
Is it like? Does it remind you of like a porn with the sex parts cut out?
Yeah,
yeah.
Like it's like you're watching an adult video without any of the good stuff.
Okay.
No, I think there's some good stuff in it, though. I didn't watch the whole thing, obviously, but I skimmed through it, and I was like, this actually should be pretty fucking good. This should be fun. This should be fun. We have fun. Oh, and we will be back for the private show on Friday, so we'll have a nice little pre-show.
Yeah, we always do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, look for us on Friday. Technically, we'll be back on Friday.
Yeah.
We got to do it. It's Actual Mania. I don't even remember, like 28 or something. I'll have to look it up. It's basically, we're going to do our version of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it's an interesting setup we have where we're going to pit 8 tag teams, split them into their own little royal battles, and the winners of each will get number 1 contenderships to the World Heavyweight Champion and the Cruiserweight Champion. It's a little convoluted, but it's also a pretty awesome idea, I think. It's hard to explain than to enjoy.
I'm a little confused. People in the chat are talking about Hannibal and Monty. I don't believe we had them booked tonight.
They're talking about for episode 1000.
Oh man, yeah. Yes. I keep checking up to make sure, because they gave us just the tip. Okay, we need the whole thing now at this point.
Got to be balls deep.
Yep.
If I can't feel your hairy pears against my butt cheeks. It's not real.
Everybody liked the stream. Someone in the chat said Vlad was based. That what? We're not going to talk about Vladimir Lenin. Do you even know who you're looking at? That's Stalin, man. That's Stalin.
Maybe they're talking about DJ Vlad.
I don't think so. I think they're talking about Vladimir Lenin, but maybe. I don't know.
I like how people use the term based. Like it's, I think it's the way of saying something's cool for very uncool people.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
You uncool people having your own vernacular. It's like when me and my friends at the hobby shop used to call things mint. That's mint. That's cherry. That's mint. Your copy of Spider-Man 100 is cherry.
Cherry.
It's mint.
Everyone,
It's
please
based.
like the stream. Give the stream a like. Give us a subscribe. I compel you now. Take the few seconds to subscribe, please. We need it.
I went to the movies last night, and I got to tell you, there was nothing new I hadn't seen.
What a surprise. So we get to hear Billy went to the movie story, only this time he saw a movie that he's already seen.
Well, no, there was
How compelling.
There was nothing new that I hadn't seen that I wanted to see. So I went to go see a movie I didn't want to see. It was called Redeeming Love, and it's based off of a Christian novel.
Uh-huh.
And it starts out, and this girl is like on a plantation in the Wild West. You ever see the movie Girl Interrupted?
No.
Okay, this was kind of like Cowgirl Interrupted. And the girl was like on a plantation, and she's living with her mom, and her dad's coming to visit her, but we soon realized she's like never really met her dad before. And her dad is like got a family of his own, and her mom is like his side piece, and he just puts her up on a plantation he owns. And then he's like, I don't want to meet my daughter. How dare you? And then so he kicks the mom and the daughter out, and the mom becomes a prostitute to keep the daughter alive. But then the mom dies, and the daughter gets sold into prostitution. But the guy that tries to sell her into prostitution gets killed as he sells her in, and the pimp takes her on as his own. And then the pimp raises her up in the prostitute house. And then her dad comes and visits the prostitute house when she's grown, but doesn't realize it's her.
This is going on forever.
And she bangs,
I am so not interested.
She bangs
whatsoever.
her dad.
Okay.
She bangs her dad, and then her dad kills himself. And this is just the beginning of the movie, and it's a Christian movie. It was insane. It was insane. It was a Christian movie. It was. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but oh my God, this was insane. It's a Christian film.
Okay. Amazing. A tale as old as time.
It got worse too. It kept getting worse and worse until the very end, where it was like, "Aw." Christians are weird, man. That's all I'm saying. Christians are freaking weird.
Yeah. So let's check out some other stuff we've got here.
The Cinema Snob reviewed it. Oh, it's a good one to review. It's freaking weird. It's not even a Serbian film because it was PG-13.
Billy, I don't know if you've learned by now, but I don't watch a lot of movies, so I have no, like, when we talk about movies, I can't say anything because I don't know anything about them.
Well, the audience is comparing it to a Serbian film, and you probably haven't seen a Serbian film.
I know what that is, and I don't want to see it.
That one's really messed up. This one's not messed up in the way that it's like Serbian film messed up. It's messed up that this is what Christians watch for motivation.
Okay.
It's sick.
Okay.
It's sick. Ah.
Got Trumpster Bob talking about Vin Diesel, so I don't even know what his theories are, or
I am excited for this one. Is he talking about family? Family.
Vin Diesel, you know, that guy has a lot of balls. I respect Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel is, I tell you, I was surprised when Elisa Jordana dated Vin Diesel because I'm going to let another cat out of the bag. You know, in that movie where he goes skiing down a mountain after he throws out the grenades and then he gets caught? What would you say if that was me in real life and they did make that scene after me in the movie? Because I'm telling you right now, it was me.
Is he outright claiming that it was him, or is he just putting the idea out there? Like, what would you say?
Did Elisa Jordana and Vin Diesel have a relationship?
Yes.
That's impressive. I didn't know about that.
In real life.
Okay, so this is the scene. What is this, like Triple X or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that he ditched out and Ice Cube took over. Bob did this in real life. Is he setting off bombs when he lands? Like,
now he's not skiing, by the way. Trumpster Bob said skiing. This is clearly snowboarding.
Well, yeah, Trumpster Bob's not a snowboarder. They changed it up to make it look cooler for the kids.
The kids in the year this was made.
That's the fact, Jack. Now you can laugh at me, motherfuckers, all you want. So when I found out that he was dating Elisa Jordana, and then I ran into Elisa Jordana years later, I was kind of remembering all of this shit. But Vin Diesel went back and did the exact stunt. Because without me being the first motherfucker to ski down that mountain, he would have never known how to ski down that fucking mountain. That's what I did in the military. I knew how to ski down mountains.
That was
his slalom down
the
any
guy
fucking
from Triple X and Trumpster Bob are both bald. He has a point poot.
That's true.
Yeah, but I don't know. Bob doesn't embrace the baldness, you know?
Because he's got that epic beard, that dessert beard.
There ain't a goddamn mountain on earth I can't ski down in my fucking mind. If
Yes,
it's doable,
Bob.
I'll do it.
I don't think there's anything you can't do in your mind.
In his mind, I like how he put it that way, though.
Yeah.
Is that a little bit of honesty, or does he just not know how to fucking talk?
I mean, probably both. But he's Trumpster Bob. He's the most honest habitual liar I know. He's fantasy prone. That's a good way to describe it. Dad Bod 62. T-Bob is fantasy prone.
I kind of enjoy it, though, kind of like how I enjoy Gail's stories. And at first, you know, Gail didn't like DP either. Gail did not enjoy Drunken Peasants and thought we were in league with the Jesuits and shit. So...
But once I showed up, there was no possible way she could keep that.
It was way before you showed up.
Because I'm not a Jesuit.
It was way before you showed up.
She knows I'm not a
You're
Jesuit.
ignoring me, but I'm here talking.
Am I ignoring you?
Yeah, you are.
Why?
Because she stopped thinking we were Jesuits long before you came around.
Yeah.
So it had nothing to do with you.
Well, but I'm just saying she would never have thought I was a Jesuit.
But it has nothing to do with you.
Well, it doesn't mean that she would ever think I was a Jesuit.
Okay.
I look at Stalin and I'm inspired.
Look at him wear his cozy TV shirt.
I look at Stalin and I'm inspired.
Oh, yeah?
I look at Stalin and I'm inspired.
You know, I think part of it is, depending on who you ask, the numbers vary. But in some circles, Stalin put up bigger numbers than Hitler.
Like on the charts?
Like on the mass murder numbers.
Oh, yeah, but that doesn't really count because they claim that he wasn't committing genocide.
Well, Stalin wasn't committing like racial genocide.
Yeah, see,
but that's not what I'm talking about. Putting up just numbers.
Yeah,
you know.
I just like the arguments people make. Like, well, yeah, 30 million is big, but that wasn't racial genocide. It's like, it's all murder. It's all pretty bad.
Look at the work of Joseph Stalin, and I'm so inspired. Here's a guy who was born in the outskirts of the Russian Empire. Poor. Pockmarked.
What
short.
about Mao? Yeah, there's a lot of bad people. What about Obama?
Listen to what he says.
Short. But a natural leader and very intelligent. He's born on the outskirts of the empire. He wants to speak his native language, but the Russians keep coming in and saying, no, you got to speak.
Because Stalin was Georgian.
Who's keeping Nick Fuentes from speaking his native language?
Yeah, that's one of the funny things, because he's kind of living vicariously at this point.
Oh, yeah. And the weird thing is all his followers are living vicariously through Nick.
Is Nick a Spanish speaker and we just don't know? Is that his native language?
Could be.
Russian. He's sort of patriotic streak. He's religious. He wants to go to seminary. Then he becomes a revolutionary. Gets kicked out of seminary. And, he's 22. He's 22 in 1900. He's got nothing going on. He's living off of donations. He's moving from house to house, evading arrest, living off donations. He pulls off his bank robbery.
He's living off donos. Everybody remember to give me Streamlabs.
They took all his crypto.
My bank account's been stolen.
In 1907, he's there for the 05 revolution. And the October Revolution doesn't happen until 17. And at that point, he's, 39 years old? No, how old is he he's 1878. Quick math. So yeah, he's 39, right? So he's 39 when the revolution happens.
He was just a baby.
He goes down to Volgograd, later renamed Stalingrad. He helps in the Russian Civil War.
And no longer named Stalingrad, by the way. Yeah, it was later named Stalingrad.
He wins this quartier battle to succeed Lenin after he's sort of taken out of the picture in 24.
Lenin, was in poor physical shape.
Because of brain cancer. And then by 27, 28, he becomes a general secretary, collectivizes the farms. After World War II, he's the most powerful guy in the world. And he started out from humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings. There was a point in time where Stalin and Hitler and Sigmund Freud and Trotsky all lived in the same neighborhood. They're humble beginnings. 1913.
Humble origins, but he goes all the way. He says, some say that his first wife dies and he's heartbroken. And this is when he becomes the man of steel.
So this is how we know you can't really compare yourself because he was with a woman.
He got one woman.
He liked women.
And she was a beard, possible cat girl.
The optics. It was just for the optics.
Gotta do it for the optics.
He has his first wife. She dies from typhus.
By the way, I was looking at Kiwi Farms earlier, and I saw this poll on Kiwi Farms, and is Nick gay? And the two choices are yes and yes, but only ironically. But yes has the win by far.
Yeah.
And they say this is when he became the Man of Steel. It's like when Padme dies and Anakin is like, So my wife hasn't died yet. I don't have a wife.
He can't wait to have a wife so she can die.
So she can die.
That's sick.
Because then he can be like, look, I'm not gay. I was married to a woman.
Yeah, that's
She died
sick.
in a horrible skiing accident with Trumpster Bob.
I'll have a wife. Yeah, maybe I have to get a wife just for that. Maybe I'll have a wife, have a son. She'll die from typhus.
I love how he rationalizes these things out loud. Like, yeah, I'll get a wife just because the optics, or I'll get a wife. You don't even have to explain it. It's like you're explaining to everyone, yeah, I'm gay, but I'm going to get a beard.
And then it'll be like Anakin on Mustafar when he turns and his eyes are yellow. And I'll change my name to Anakin. I'll change my name to Anakin Stalin, Joseph Skywalker. Yeah, maybe I'll marry Kathy Zhu.
Did he just pull a Christian? He just did a fucking Sonichu. He just pulled a Christian and made a Sonichu.
Can you explain better?
Yes. What is Sonichu?
It's a cross.
A fantasy where he takes Sonic and Pikachu and makes them this cool thing. He just took Stalin and Anakin Skywalker and put them together. I'll be a Anakin Stalin or Joseph Skywalker.
Stalin Walker?
That's Pikachu. That's Sonichu. That's what Christian did in his mind. Nick Fuentes, brilliant, genius, Stalin-like mind.
Nick Fuentes banged his mom.
It's his Stalin-like mind. All he does for creativity is steals Christian's based idea. But you know what's based?
Not saying based.
And having sex with your mom.
I'll be like, then it'll be like Anakin on Mustafar when he turns and his eyes are yellow. And I'll change my name to Anakin.
I had no idea you were such a Star Wars fan,
I'll
Nick.
change my name to Anakin Stalin, Joseph Skywalker.
It's like the best love story for Nick. He's like, you get a woman, she makes you 2 kids, and then she dies, and you get to play swords with an old man.
Yeah, maybe I'll marry Kathy Zhu. We'll have a kid, name him Yakov. She'll die of typhus, and then I'll be like, you know what? I have nothing left. I have nothing. now we'll achieve total Leninist revolution.
Then what about Stalin?
Yeah,
We'll see.
Does he not know the difference either?
He just wants to be Anakin Skywalker,
Anyway, yeah, so
Joseph
Nick-
Stalin, Vladimir Lenin. That's all he wants. And the dash of Hitler. He was fantasizing about Hitler last time.
In many ways, Hitler was defeated by Stalin. So I mean, but they did have the Allied powers.
The only man to ever kill Hitler was Adolf Hitler.
Steele, that doesn't really work, but I think I got a good idea. I think I got a name in mind. If there's ever this like
Yeah, like Stalin means steel. So
revolutionary moment, like 1905, Bloody Sunday. If anything like that happens in America, or like I really have
Does
to go in
Fuentes mean
underground and
fire?
hiding, then maybe I'll change my name, have like a cool code name, which I have in mind.
I don't think so. I know fuego means fire.
He has a cool code name in mind.
And then, then I'll work my way up. But anyway.
What's your code name, Nick? I gotta know.
It's a great story.
I'm gonna join America First movement just so I can learn his code name.
Okay.
I don't even care about anything else. I want to know his damn code name.
Story.
What was the code name that celebrities would always use when they were checking into a hotel so they wouldn't get called? Wasn't there like one that they all shared? Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because if it was one, it'd be easy for someone to find out and then know it for everyone, and then having a fake name wouldn't really make much sense.
Everybody talks about the purges and the killing and all that, but what about the fact that he takes Russia and turns it into an industrial nuclear power. He takes Russia.
I've never heard him talk like this about any, old school world leader this way. He's speaking more fondly of Stalin than I heard him talk about Trump.
Humiliated after the conclusion of
talked
World
pretty
War
good about
I.
Hitler.
Like, Western
I think this ranks above that.
frontier just totally obliterated.
I've got word
And by the-
that Nick's name he's going to take when he goes under the moniker is Carlos Danger.
Carlos Danger?
Yeah, he's going to go by Carlos Danger.
At the end of World War II, he's got all of Eastern Europe, nukes by 49. Russia emerges an industrial country. They're leading the space race. He took them from an agrarian country, a serf country, to outer space. It was a nation of peasants and serfs. And they were defeated, humiliated. And it was this...
I mean, it just happened to coincide with, like, industrialization.
Sclerotic, autocratic government, and he took it and he collectivized
George R. Binks of white nationalists. Love the show, you sweet,
Thank
sweet
you,
boy.
Thank you, Mustard. But isn't that the great freedom of losing a major war where you get militarized and then your country can just work on things bettering the world? Like, do we look at Germany and Japan and how great a lot of their innovations have been since they got out of the military? They've just been able to make badass cars and really cool porn.
I mean, the German cars were created during the war.
Farms, and he industrialized the nation.
But they get to focus
and he drafted the whole country, and
the world was being industrialized. Like there were many places around the world industrializing. There's no reason Russia shouldn't have. They
right
had
place,
they
right
had
time.
And they also had a huge population for the time. They had a huge workforce.
Hypothesis asks, wasn't Carlos Danger the alter ego of Anthony Weiner?
Won the Great Patriotic War, and they conquered Europe, and then they went into space, and they built the nuclear weapons.
None of this happened during Stalin's era.
he really is fantasizing about Anakin Skywalker. Like that Jar Jar Binks quote is so spot on.
And he built the Death Star.
And it became...
You're Jar Jar Binks, and your followers are people who giggled at Jar Jar Binks.
A great power.
Well, it's not weird because when they were kids, Jar Jar Binks, those movies came out, and those movies, the Jar Jar Binks character was tailored towards the kids. So Hitler, Jar Jar Binks, is their hero.
Man, these kids grew up on John Cena and Jar Jar Binks. Now they want to be the next Hitler. Good luck.
Now the next Stalin. I think he stepped it up with Stalin.
It became one of the preeminent global powers of the 20th century. So yeah, everybody talks about, oh, he killed a lot of people.
Yeah, I would think for you that's part of the deal, right?
Oh my gosh. But nobody ever talks about the good things that Stalin does.
That he does?
Well, I mean, didn't you just spend 10 minutes talking about the good things that Stalin does?
Nobody does it. Nobody.
I hate when people say something and then immediately follow up and nobody says what they say. Like, so are you trying to justify what you're saying because nobody else is saying it? Is that what the point of this is?
No, he's saying that he's a nobody.
That makes sense, too.
Yeah.
Nobody ever talks about the accomplishments there. So, no, I kid. Of course, of course Stalin was evil. I'm partly joking. You realize... People don't realize when I'm doing a bit. People don't realize when I'm doing a bit. But, you know, there's...
But that's because you always go, blah, blah, blah. You say something, and you're like, I was just joking, but actually I wasn't. You go back and forth when it's convenient.
Yeah, people don't realize when you're doing a bit because you suck at doing bits. You look as sniveling, weak, and full of shit when you're being serious as well. When you're out there and rabble-rousing a group of people at a meetup and you're like, what was the thing he was telling everybody they had to, like, be more racist?
Feral.
Be feral. Be more angry.
Yeah, yep.
He's like, you got to be more racist. It's like, what?
Yeah, and then later on he's like, I'm not a racist. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you're a twerp.
Some truth in there,
Maybe
too,
you're not a racist. Maybe you're just a twerp idiot.
He was evil. He killed many. He slaughtered many, many people. And he was a communist and anti-Christian and all. Yeah. I know. Everybody was, but Nick, it's like, yeah, but that's no fun. I mean,
it's no fun being Christian. You're right.
We're riffing. We're riffing on it, okay? But it just goes to show we don't really necessarily need all this, like E. Michael Jones said, all this usurious capitalism. They're like, oh, the Soviet Union collapsing proved that Hayek was right about socialist calculation. It's like, did it? Well, yeah, I mean, on that particular question, yes, it absolutely did. But does it prove that the only viable system is liberal international finance capitalism? No, it definitely didn't prove that. It did prove in a narrow way Hayek right about socialist calculation. Yeah, it absolutely did. But it did not prove necessarily that, oh, we have to do it this way. Look at China. Look at Russia. I was watching Star Wars 3 last night, and it's sort of like Palpatine. If one is to understand...
This is all about Star Wars politics,
He
right?
watched Star Wars, and then he probably read something about Stalin, and his tiny little pea brain was like, I'm going to do a rant about Star Wars and Stalin. Just like me, I came in today, I watched a Christian movie about whores. Now I'm going to rant about Christians, whores, and Joe Biden.
The Force. Or what's the quote?
Yes, he said Star Wars 3, by the way. I just want to point that out again. Not
Does he mean
Revenge
episode
of the Sith.
3?
He means episode 3. He
Okay.
means Revenge of the Sith. He's been talking about Anakin the whole time, talking about Padme dying. My guy 100% watched Revenge of the Sith. A lot of people would think Star Wars 3 was Return of the Jedi, but episode 3, that's the one he watched.
study all its aspects, not just the dogmatic, narrow-minded view of the Jedi.
The dogmatic, narrow-minded view of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not wrong there, but he's wrong to think the Sith are the mind of freedom. It's like you're looking at the narrow dogmatic mind of the liberals, and you're coming from the narrow dogmatic mind of Catholics. Where did the term dogma even come from?
I think the Sith, probably.
It's like that. People go, I hate Stalin, I hate communism. We must understand all its aspects, not just a dogmatic, narrow-minded view of the Austrian school. So yeah, Stalin was cool.
Stalin was
cool. Mustache, cool uniform. He was in Volgograd. Well,
does he think he's wearing a cool uniform right now? Does he think he has a cool mustache? He looks like Freddie Mercury, who dressed himself at the Value Village.
Yeah, the T-shirt looks pretty cheap.
Stalingrad at the time. The Nazis were literally sieging the city, and he was there. Maybe this was propaganda. I'm sure it was. But he was there. He was there in the city, writing the last order. Or was that Moscow? I don't remember. But he was in it. He won the Great Patriotic War. How awesome. Soviets were awesome, okay? Cool aesthetic, very cool.
America first, by way of every other country. Like, we're talking about America when it was in its golden age of industrial revolution, and he wants to not look at that part of America. He wants to look at Stalin, Russia. He wants to look away from America when he's an America first guy. Why are you fantasizing about everywhere but America, Nick?
That's the very revealing part of what he does.
Is there one part of Nick Fuentes that goes back and is like, I don't know, FDR, what a great president. Like anybody American.
He definitely wouldn't like FDR.
Who would Nick like?
I'm not sure. Trump?
Evil, certainly. But cool? Yeah, you bet your ass they were. You bet
you did like Trump.
Your ass they look cool. And what a great story. And you know what I love?
I love how obsessed he is with the fashion of dictators. So maybe he did like how Hugo Boss designed the Nazi uniforms.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what? Someone in the chat just said Andrew Jackson. That's true. He likes Andrew Jackson, the president that was probably the worst in history to Native Americans.
He's on the $20 bill, right?
Yeah.
That's why Nick likes Andrew Jackson.
About the soap?
Because Nick's not gay, but $20 is $20.
Soviets is this. Well, here's what I love about Russia. Putin honors the legacy of the Soviet Union. You know, in Germany, they're like, you can't say Hitler's name. You can't. And in Russia, they have a victory parade for the Great Patriotic War. And they have the Soviet flag and they have the anthem.
Yeah, because the Soviet Union the Soviet Union was around long after Stalin was dead and gone. So yeah, they can still celebrate their history and even their Soviet history. They don't celebrate Stalin anymore, though. They don't have a city named after him anymore. And actually, they used to have his body on display near Lenin, but they got rid of that too.
And Putin knows this. Putin is like, look, we cannot take a dump on our history. You know, he understands that. He's not ashamed of his history. He knows that a nation, a state, cannot profess shame in its history. Yeah, every nation has done shameful things. Yeah, of course, it goes without saying people aren't perfect, nations aren't perfect. But the sovereign must affirm his nation. The nation must affirm its national identity. It must be pride. It must be glory. This, like, gay thing that America does where it's like, striving for perfect angels even if we fall short in our original sin, which we must remember. It's like, that is so gay. Who is going to stand there and, like, swear allegiance to America? I pledge allegiance to America. I'm sorry for slavery. I'm sorry for Jim Crow. I'm sorry for the Holocaust. We strive to be better, but we always suck. and God bless America. It's like, no, forget that.
Okay.
So instead, you would like to be, I pledge allegiance to America, Hitler, Stalin, Lenin, great guys.
Yeah.
Okay, you're all fucking idiots. Here's what I do. I go, I pledge allegiance to the flag, and then I make like a cool rhyme that ends with the F word.
You know, Putin is like, say what you will about Stalin, but he won the Great Patriotic War. And we'll honor that. We'll honor our memory. We still had glory then. So there's something to be said about that.
I got one more from Nick before we move on to something else.
I cannot have a brown-eyed wife.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm glad that his other contemporaries don't feel that way.
I'm pretty sure he has brown eyes, though.
Well, yeah, but he can't have a brown eye wife because he wants his boyfriend to have a big old fat brown eye.
So I'm sorry, I know that's tough, but if a woman has brown eyes, she's just disqualified from the pool. Disqualified, not going to happen. Literally. You know, because some people my whole life, because I'm very strict about this stuff, like the interracial
Nick
thing or
could
whatever.
be controlled opposition for the globalists. It makes the most sense, right? Like, nobody likes this guy except complete fucking idiots. He's the perfect guy to put all our hatred on, because what's he ever gonna really do? Like, I feel like the worst thing Nick could do against the people of America is take a dump in the upper deck of the toilet and leave it there.
Upper decker.
He's completely ineffective.
They're like, what if you fell in love with somebody? It's like, I don't believe in that.
Yes, he doesn't believe he can fall in love with a woman because he needs one for optics, because he's probably not into women, guys.
I don't believe in that. Well, what if you fell in love with a woman who had brown eyes? That would never happen. I would never allow it to. I wouldn't even talk to a woman in a serious way with brown eyes, because it would just be out of the question.
Why, though? Are you going to explain why, Nick?
Out of the question. I'm like really miraculous, because my parents both had brown eyes. My mom had brown eyes. My dad, has. My mom and dad both have brown eyes. Everyone in my family has brown eyes, except for my father's mother.
What do you have, you shifty-eyed weirdo?
Everyone else brown-eyed, and I got the light eyes, which is sort of miraculous.
What color
I got
are
the
they?
fair skin, the light eyes. I got the king phenotype. I got the phenotype of a great European king.
He's a little Napoleon. He's over there bragging about how short Stalin was.
Of like
Stalin was awesome. He had a mustache. He was short.
Secretary, like a Napoleon-like figure.
Napoleon was known to be short.
Yeah, that's where the complex came from. He's probably got like hazel eyes or something.
It's all there.
It's
written.
They're
It's
off brown.
written. Nathan says, "Hi Nick, what do you think about Andrew Jackson? I'm doing my
I think you're right.
Final about him. What's wrong with race mixing? I'm 16, Asian, and I see myself having a white wife. Haven't watched for long, so I don't know. I like Andrew Jackson. I think he's based. Great president.
Hey, there you
and
go.
I'm a huge fan.
He did like Andrew Jackson.
Yeah. So that person either just called it or they've seen this video already.
Awesome. What's
I like to think he's just that predictable.
wrong with race mixing? I just don't like it. I'm just against it. Honestly, I think people should stick with their own. I think you should stick with your own kind.
What's your kind?
Saban 97 said Napoleon was slightly taller than average for his era. That's
For his
impressive.
era, people have gotten larger since then.
It's impressive.
Not because I hate other races, but just because I want to be me. I want to be my race, and I want my wife to be my race, and I want my kids to be my race. And I think people generally should do.
Your definition of race is so different than the way it used to be.
Yeah, a non-brown-eyed person is your race. You just said your parents both were brown eyes.
Right.
The majority of your family's brown eyes. Something tells me your race is brown eyes.
And you can easily pass on brown eyes.
Is this just his way of saying he needs a white wife? Like, is that
not just white? Because plenty of white people have brown eyes.
that. It's in my opinion a huge repudiation of who you are to marry outside your race. I mean, like it or not,
Is
your
he-
race
that's
is
why he
part of
doesn't
your
like
identity. It's
Spexo?
who you are.
Because
That might be
Spexo
part of
married
it.
outside of his race, so Spexo could never get Nick's full approval.
That and he's not cut like Catboy.
He will be, though. I can see him making massive strides and being a sexy cat. Meow.
Everyone, please give the stream a like if you could, please. We'd appreciate it.
And every other race understands that. I mean, blacks understand this.
Someone asked, "What has Nick had a DNA test?" He actually has, and as far as I understand, there was like a small percentage of African and a decent percentage of like, Spanish and Native American, which is what you'd find in Mexico and other parts of Latin America.
But the wild thing was the DNA test revealed like a significant amount of cat semen in his anus.
They have a very...
Yeah, that's funny how they don't normally do a scoop of the rectum, but they did for Nick.
Their racial identity is very salient. They're very conscious of their race. And the same goes for Asians and Hispanics.
What do you mean they're conscious of it?
And, nobody has a problem with this when it's any other group.
I mean, like, in Asia, they don't go, "Oh, we're all Asian." Like, they'll be like, "No, I'm Japanese. No, I'm Vietnamese." It's not like they consider themselves all one race. And there's different races, like Chinese, in China, there's a bunch of different races in China, too, of Asians. So the way you're saying, like, "Oh, Asians are, they know that, they do that." It's only in westernized countries we group them all together.
There's so many fucking white people in America. Like, if you marry a white person and you're a white person, like, good. I don't know. It's probably what's going to happen. There's just some white majority here. Like, why has it got to be a special thing? It's weird to me that it's a special thing.
When it's blacks saying...
You guys are weird to me.
I don't want you to marry a white girl and stuff like that. No one has a problem with that when blacks are suspicious of whites.
Some people have a problem with that. But the majority of people that have a problem with white people marrying outside of their race also want black people to stay within their race too. It's weird. It's race. It's race-related social fucking blockades. Just... If you want to love somebody, love somebody. If they want to love you back, good for you. If you care about them being a certain race, whatever. It's your fucking life. Do what you got to do. If you want to impose that on somebody else, you're an asshole. Not the good kind. It receives panel.
Are jealous of white women, and no one has a problem with that. No one has a problem with when Asians want their children to marry Asian people.
I have a problem with anyone telling their children that they can't date or marry a specific race or ethnicity of people or religion. Any of that. Like, parents don't get to control what their kids do when they're adults. So yeah, I have a problem with all of that.
I remember growing up, people saying things like, "You shouldn't get in interracial relationships because it's going to be hard on you and your children." And I think that was from their generation. Maybe
I don't think that's a good argument.
I don't think it's a good argument either, but I think that's carried over from like their generation. Like, it was probably hard for race mixing in the 60s.
I think that was a way of rationalizing racism.
Yeah, but I could see it becoming like a worry that someone's holding on to because they lived through a certain thing. I could see the ignorance there. I can understand where it comes from. But like, nobody believed that now. Like, when I was growing up, it was the 80s. The 80s, the 90s, people were a little dumber, a little slow, a little far behind on the progress. We still had the don't ask, don't tell rule in the military, yet we still had the Navy. It was basically just gays on subs. They loved it.
Very traditional. And same goes for Hispanics. But it's only when whites say they want to marry with.
I think it was officially don't ask, don't tell, just join the Navy.
That it's suddenly, "Oh, you're a Nazi, you're the KKK, you're this, you're that." I want white kids. I want my kids to look like me. I want my kids to have my features.
You realize if your parents are both fucking brown eyes, there's a very good chance your kids are going to come out. If you have the fair complexion in the family, you could be the one that ruins your little white dream, sucker. You're not guaranteed to give your half be the fair blue eyes. That's not how genetics works. I don't know if you understand that or if you're just being weird talking about nothing that matters, like when you did your long diatribe about Stalin and Anakin Skywalker that you ripped Christian off for his character creation ideas.
Thick, brown head of hair. I want them to have my piercing green eyes. I want them to have my thick eyebrows. I want my sons to have a mustache when they're 5 like I did. I want them to have fair skin.
How about the curly fingers?
I want them to be me. I want them to be like me.
You want your kids to be little versions of you? Supposedly you're rich. Why don't you just have yourself cloned? Then you don't need, you don't need a woman to make it with, and the kid will just be a literal copy of you.
We just seen him throw a fit about his mom not cooking him dinner and telling him to create a frozen pizza. Like, if he has kids, he's going to need a woman to take care of them, unless his mom wants to be one of those grandma parents. But she's, sick with cancer now?
Allegedly.
Yeah, that sucks.
Because if I go and,
Who's going to cook Nick dinner when she's in the hospital?
If I marry some Asian, my kids are going to look like this.
Oh, my God.
And no offense, but that's not me.
It is you, Nick. Look at your fucking squinty eyes right now.
Yeah. You're pretty squinty.
Are you joking? That's you, Nick.
I want to take a screenshot of this and put one of those hats on him. And
he doesn't even need the hat.
Put a kimono on him.
He looks like Mickey fucking Rooney in was it 16 Candles? What was that?
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Christ. 16 Candles was Young Duck Dong, right? Young Duck Dong.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know there's some Asian racism in that too, but yeah, you look like a fucking. Your eyes are not. They're squinting already, and you're just smiling. Like, what the fuck, dude? Your kids are gonna be lucky. Your kids are gonna be lucky to just be average looks, and you want to try and roll the dice.
I
thinking,
like how he's like, oh no, they're gonna look like this. It's like. You're no prize either.
You're a malnourished manlet that needs his mom to cook him dinner, or else you rant about it on your stupid hate website.
I didn't mean to do this. Asshole. There's not really a Brett Keane individual segment situation going up.
The individual Brett.
I was putting him on full. Check out that beautiful asshole.
Check out that beautiful butt flavor.
Here's a screenshot for you guys. There.
Carry
That's
on
all I was trying to
wayward son.
Don't even feel like they're my kids. I mean, they would be my kids.
They would. They would be my kids.
Good job, Nick.
Let me skip ahead on this just a little bit.
But that's not what I am. I am a little bit Hispanic, but you know what I'm saying?
You said your parents are both brown-eyed and you're the fair complexion. You want to roll the dice and hope that you can cut some of that out of you. You know how genetics work, too. His genetics are probably subpar enough that they would go towards the wife because she'd have more dominant genetics if he was able to secure his blonde-haired, blue-eyed...
He's not getting blonde hair out of it at all.
But I don't want to have
I do believe he has the weaker genetics anybody he couples up with. So he does have to bet on them.
Asian kid or black kid. I want to have my kid. I want to have my white kid because I'm white. I want my
Michael
kid
Jackson.
to look back up at me from his crib with his green eyes and brown hair like I looked at my father and wanted to grow up to be like me.
You goof.
That's what I want.
What you want is... all fantasy. You want to be Stalin, you want to be Hitler, you want to be a big white dad. You're fucking living in a fantasy world. It's goofy, and all your little fantasy followers that don't have dads of their own that follow Nick Fuentes around and talk about family because their mom still does their fucking laundry. Good job.
I think that's healthy, and I think that's normal. And anybody who says otherwise is delusional. So I understand why...
He's calling other people delusional.
Non-white people.
Yeah, I think it's delusional to expect other people to live by certain standards. But if Nick, nobody's forcing Nick to date anybody. No
one's forcing anybody to date Nick too.
We're suggesting Nick be with men because he looked so happy when he was with Catboy Cammy in that date video. We don't even know if he's gay. We don't know. I don't really care. I just thought he looked so happy with Catboy Cammy.
Is he about to pick a burger?
He's missing maybe an eye booger.
White women. I mean, of course, we understand that. But,
family.
You know. I don't know how people could say they're against diversity, they're against globalization, they understand race, and then they say, yeah, there's nothing wrong with race mixing. It's like, isn't the race mixing sort of the most local, particular form of globalization?
We should
Is
save
that
this
not
clip
what it
if
is?
we ever get to like debate Spexo or like that Dalton Clap Pistol dude.
Yeah,
because they all have wives that are like people of color.
Yeah,
and it'd be interesting to see how they feel about this. Since they support Nick, but Nick's like, no, you shouldn't marry. You're diluting the white race.
Exactly.
Goofy.
They can't even.
It's goofy.
They can't follow their Lord and Savior here.
Is that not the most localized, particular form of diversity? That is what it is. Somebody in chat says, I'm going to colonize. Yeah, see, that's not funny, though. That's not funny. Because you're not colonizing. You're being colonized. You're colonizing. You're not colonizing anything. You want to colonize, go move to another country and bring the flag of Christ with a woman from your homeland. Colonizing. You're a horny pervert. That's what you are. I want to colonize, duh. Yeah, and your kids are going to look like the people pouring across the border. Yeah.
You look like someone pouring across the border.
You're a real colonizer. You're a real colonizer. Right? Your fucking grandson is going to be calling you abuelo, and wow, you really colonized that. You showed them, man. You fucking colonized.
Right,
abuelito. And it's going to be fucking corn tortillas at Thanksgiving, and yeah, you're going to be telling yourself, man, I'm a real colonizer, you stupid.
Yeah, your mom made you bake yourself a frozen pizza for Christmas dinner. You're a puss. Live the life you fucking tell everybody else they should live. You fucking dork.
Hey, tamales for Christmas dinner, delicious.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna waste my time making tamales for Nicholas Fuentes. And I
No.
know goddamn well his family, if they have those thumbs like that, they're not gonna be able to roll a tamale. Those haggard fucking death thumbs.
Colonizer. Better off colonizing a sock, with that.
That's funny how Groypers and people in Nick's circle, that's how they justify dating outside of their race or whatever. Is they go, well, I'm a colonizer. I can't believe I could have never thought that that's how they rationalize it.
Good job, guys.
That kind of nonsense, for crying out loud. Not to get vulgar or anything, but people say this kind of stuff and they think they're so cool. It's not fucking funny. It's not. It's serious.
So which was your dad, a colonizer, or is your mom the white one?
Well, his last name's Fuentes. I'm guessing that comes from his father, more than likely.
So his dad colonized for the other side? Nick's the offspring of a reverse colonizer?
Reverse colonization.
Wow, Nick. No wonder you hate everything and everybody. Your father figure was somebody you're like physically talking down against right now.
But ironically enough, he says that's where the his eye color comes from. But it's like his paternal grandmother or grandfather or something like that. This is another. He gives us a lot of awesome screenshot opportunities. This is great too. No RC Cola this time.
He keeps a lot of beverages on hand, and I respect that about him.
Oh, I'm gonna colonize, guys. You're horny. Control yourself. Why don't you control yourself and think about your posterity and your people, scumbag? Ugh. Colonizer, yeah. Abuelito. How do you like your tortillas, bitch? Corn or flour?
Both.
How does Spexo feel about this? His wife's from Colombia, right?
No, from Brazil.
Oh, Brazil? Shit.
Yeah.
Wonder how Because Spexo
Gonna be
loves
living on
Nick.
some ranchito eating carne asada, yeah. Yeah, but you're
Carne asada is delicious, by the way.
yeah, you colonize, you show them your kids are gonna be 2 feet tall with jet black hair and black eyes.
You're 5 foot, what, 6?
He's shorter than Alex Jones.
5'7"?
And
If they come out looking like Hervé Villachez, they've got a better chance of making it in this world than Nick does.
Yeah, and they'll come up to you and you'll be like, wow, this is awesome. Anyway.
Yeah,
Not there's anything wrong with that, but
Not there's anything wrong,
not anything wrong with being Hispanic. I'm Hispanic, but
just spent 2 hours talking it down.
Yeah, you talking about tortillas and saying shit in Spanish.
Just don't quit lying to yourself about what I'm colonizing. Yeah.
Let's stop
really
lying to yourself about what you are. You're over here saying you're light skinned because you're light color eyes. You're fair skinned. You're lying to yourself about what you are. You're trying to put the burden of passing on the fair skin on your wife because you ain't got it in you to do it on your own. Fuck, you're weird.
You fucking work at Target. People talk, I'm colonizing. It's like, really? You work at Target. you work for an insurance firm and you have a non-white wife. Yeah, J.D. Vance is a real colonizer. When I look at J.D. Vance's fat face when he's working for American...
I don't know who that is.
Enterprise Institute, and he's got an Indian wife, and their son's name is like Mahabaleshwarkar or whatever. Yeah, real colonizing Chad. Just like the conquistadors, just like Cortez.
J.D. Vance.
What's his wife look like?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, he just looks like, I don't know, Al Borland.
A little bit. Just throw a flannel on him. He's like, I don't think so, Tim.
I don't think so, Tim.
Everyone, please like the stream. Give us a like. Also, subscribe if you haven't. On every channel on your account. I know you got more than one channel. I know you got a sock account channel. Subscribe with that one, too.
This is sick. I searched J.D. Vance, and the top 2 questions is who is J.D. Vance's wife, and what ethnicity is J.D. Vance's wife?
Are you serious?
Yeah, why do people care about his fucking wife?
It must be the circles, like he's in similar circles as Nick Fuentes, so they actually give a shit about that.
That's how they vet their politicians.
Oh, by the way, I had a poll up. It's still up right now if anyone still wants to vote in it. Nick likes, and then I put men and then women. And men is winning right now with 89% of the vote.
I picked women.
Did you?
Yeah.
Just to be weird because you haven't been saying that.
I mean, I haven't been saying either way.
No, you have been saying either way.
I would say he looks happiest when he's with Catboy, but I mean,
absolutely.
I think I'm over the Nick gay meme is all.
I don't think it's a meme. I think he really is gay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of over it is all.
When I look at some middle income adult white soy face schlub with a non-white wife with his fucking Marvel action figures and his easy chair and his man cave, I think, yeah, that's a real colonizer. Just like Cortez! Just like Magellan. For sure. Listen, if I could do it, you could do it. Would I like to marry an exotic girl? Certainly.
He would?
He doesn't want to pass that down on his kids, though. Would you like to marry a cat boy? Certainly. But what's the point if you can't have white babies?
That's not who my wife is going to be. Your wife is not your girlfriend. She's not your playmate. She's your wife. She's a...
So damn it. If it weren't for Jesus, Nick could have an exotic girlfriend.
It's so weird how your wife is not your playmate. What is that?
Mother of your children. You got to take it seriously. You're not marrying some, just some girl you want to have fun with. Oh, she's fun. This is just like porn. This is just like my fantasy. This is what I'm into.
What a weird
It's your wife.
outlook.
That's what I'm saying.
Basically a business transaction. It should be more like a business transaction. You should buy your wife. It should be, let's just cut the pretense. You should basically have to pay, and like in the olden days, you should have to pay her father for her.
Then people would just be like trying to have female children to sell in this really weird black market of wives. It'd be very strange. Why would we do that?
I don't know. Let's just give Nick his way for 1 year and see how America goes.
And it's a commodity. Now they're human
commodity.
beings. Don't get me wrong. I'm not objectifying them.
Yes, you are. You just call them a commodity.
Not objectifying them. They're just a commodity that should be bought and sold.
but it's like a commodity. It is a transaction. They want to be protected and taken care of and provided for, and you need children. So let's cut the pretense of this coincidence of sexual interest. Let's just forget about that entirely.
Well, here's the funny thing about this, Nick. You could still do it that way if you want. Go find somebody who wants to be a transaction and wants to have their father's approval and buy them into the fucking family. There's people out there who would totally jump for that. You can still do that, and everybody else can still do it their fucking way too. You just got to find somebody consenting to it.
The funny thing is that most countries where that sort of thing is still legal aren't white people countries.
Well,
so Nick has just created his own dilemma here.
He just wants America first. He wants America first to be
he
America.
He wants America first to be like countries he wouldn't want to live in.
Yeah, America third world nation.
Like what? Okay. Yeah, he was just talking about Indians, but I think India is a country where you can still have like that kind of stuff, right?
I have a friend who's got an arranged marriage. He's an Indian guy. He's fucking weird.
Yeah.
He's got his wife, and he's just all fucked up. But he's got a wife, and he's just weird. And I'm like, man, like I fuck with him all the time because I think he might have Asperger's too. So I just fuck with him.
That's crazy.
He's a good guy. I like him, but he's fucking weird.
You know, it's like buying a house or buying a car. You want to buy a car that's practical, that suits your needs. You want to buy a car that you see yourself driving every day to work. You want to buy a house.
Is talking stupid shit about indigenous North Americans. They had civilizations too. If whites had built Tenochtitlan, he'd be mad at Cortez. I wish someone would put him over their lap and paddled his ass.
He would like that too much.
I think he would enjoy that. I think that would be a
no.
A cowboy
that has the right properties that you need. You're not buying a house with a ball pit and a trampoline and an arcade and a bowling alley in it. No, you're gonna buy a house that has that has a new furnace and new windows, and you want to buy a house that's got sort of modern. There's no structural problems. There's no flooding. I mean, you want to think about it in practical terms. Colonizing. I'm colonizing, duh. Yeah, you're really colonizing, buddy. I hate that. I hate when guys are like slaves to their lust or their women, and then they try and spin that like it's cool. It's not cool, dude. Not cool. It's not cool.
I appreciate you telling us what cool is,
Girls
Nick.
are childlike and inferior to men. You can go and impress all the girls.
Girls
I
are
could
childlike,
go to the playground.
says the childlike boy dressed like he's going to his first fucking communion.
Yep.
The only thing unchildlike about you is the teenager's first mustache you grew.
He said he was born with that practically.
With that mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's his very first mustache out the box. He's so proud of it.
Did you know in some countries like Iran, they have this loophole for prostitution where they do temporary marriages?
I've heard of those. I know it was in Iran, but I've heard of temporary marriages.
In a few Muslim countries like that, where there's like a weird loophole. It's like, well, you have to be married. So they do they get married temporarily. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Do they count like as marriages? Do they just count up? Like, that's so weird.
It's a very strange thing, and it's only to make intimacy for hire legal.
I have
and
my
buy all the latest Star
marriages.
Wars toys and be the coolest monkey in the jungle, But if you want to be impressive to men, which is what matters, then, that just doesn't fly. Well, girls think I'm so cool. Yeah, well, they're easy to impress. So that's why. That's the problem, buddy. That's the problem, buddy. Quit staring at our women. No, that part I'm kidding. Nathan, yeah. I'm 16, Asian.
See, you just did it. Oh, no, I'm kidding, yeah.
And I'm going to have a white wife. Oh, no, you're not. Oh, no, you're not, buddy. Oh, no, you're not. Not if I have anything to say about it. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, I think you should stick with your own, pal. I think you should find an Asian wife. You are lucky. You're lucky. You know, some of us would like an Asian wife, but it's not in the cards. You, on the other hand, it's not like, you know, it's not like you're hurting over there. Asian women are more desirable, according to statistics from dating apps in America, even than white women. So I don't know what you're complaining about, buddy.
Trying to analyze this. Is he saying this because he wishes he had an Asian girlfriend, or is he made fun of their eyes earlier? He's just out there. There's just a lot going on here.
Yeah, he's a.
Someone just said he doesn't have a single solid idea.
Yeah, it's pretty much Nick Fuentes in a nutshell.
A single solid idea. Everyone, give the stream a like, please. Just a reminder, after this is over, we're going to do a double feature for our monthly movie review through Patreon. It's all $10 plus patrons. We're going to go watch a movie live, 2 movies live with us. So make sure you catch that. We have a little bit of Dalton Flapperdoodle.
Fun times.
I mean, if we just ended the sexual degeneracy in the United States and this issue with child sex trafficking and whatnot in our country, I think, and pop culture once again, right? TV, music, the media, social media, all of it. It's affecting our children, and what they're seeing is, you know, what's.
I like how he took sex trafficking and now he's on to like music and media.
Yeah, you know, you got to piece everything together that you hate and put it with something that everybody hates, so it seems relatable.
Yeah, you started
Nick
off with
says
something.
a lot of shit without actually saying anything, much like a botched rim job.
Nasty.
It's popular as gay sex, sadly.
Popular as gay
I think
sex?
you'll probably find that gay sex is going to be popular specifically among like gay people who want to watch like gay porn or something, or have gay sex. But maybe less so in heterosexual people. They might be more likely to seek it out and see if it's something that does excite them. And if it doesn't, then they're probably going to move on and go back to whatever does it.
But what does that have to do with the gay pride parade bullshit on Blue's Clues?
Why are you watching Blue's Clues?
So I mean, the gay pride stuff on Blue's Clues is like, hey, there are people who don't fit into these like specific norms that
like 2% of the population. When I watch,
is he in some kind of gay bathhouse?
It looks like
somewhere
yeah.
with like Roman themed.
Yeah, pink and the pillars.
Yeah. Seriously,
bump thumped from the back.
Is Nick like off camera sitting in a hot tub somewhere, like just waiting? Like Dalton, come here.
He's over here like 2% of the population are gay. You know how many times I watched Sesame Street and they had some weird shit that would never actually identify with me, but I got to learn about it. Like, maybe not even 2% of the population it would really apply to directly, but you'd be able to learn about it. It's like
right. We want the people who aren't experiencing certain things to learn about it too, so that they understand. You don't just hope to reach just the demographic itself.
Yeah.
Shows, the TV shows, right, should be engaged with the majority of society, right?
Why?
We tell stories about the outliers all the fucking time.
Right.
You don't have a based on a true story movie about something that everybody does.
No,
based on
that's
based on a true story. I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I watch TV, and I go to sleep. The movie.
Who are they trying to target? Who do they want to watch these shows, right? They want 2% of the population to be watching these shows and be really entertained and be like, hell yeah, gay sex? Or
what shows are having gay sex on the show?
I wonder how many percentage of the population goes on Omegle and picks on girls. Because this is what Dalton Claude Felter was doing
Well, you
on
said his name
Omegle,
right.
right? Yeah, that's what he's doing on Omegle, right?
Basically, well, whoever he came across, but some of them were girls.
And
yeah.
I think that the only type of people that would watch that and enjoy it are the ones that would also do it. So maybe that's why he thinks you have to be gay to watch gay people. Because he only creates content for people that are piss poor, shit, whiny keyboard warrior bullies.
Some of them probably don't have the balls to do it themselves, and they live vicariously.
I remember when Dalton Clodfelter called that girl with blue hair a lesbian? That was so funny. And he said the C word, and the B word, and the Q word.
And the N word.
And the N word.
Do they want,
So hang on. Can I stop you right there? So when you say hell yeah, gay sex, and you're talking about like a pride parade or whatever, like acknowledging that there are couples that aren't heterosexual isn't the same thing as like promoting like quote unquote gay sex to children, right? Like,
well, I don't know. I've seen some stuff that comes out of pride parades, and the stuff that these kids are
there was a pride parade this year, and there was like this dumpy gay dude with like assless chaps and a really gross ass showing off.
Sure.
And there were kids running around. You know what happened? Nothing. The guy was cringe and gross, but it's like, whatever. He had his ass out. Your kids should be able to walk by somebody that looks gross and be like, oh, that's gross. And be like, yeah. But why is it gross? Is it gross because he's gay? No. It's gross because his fucking pimply ass was hanging out.
A lot of images that floated around that were like explicitly not from pride parades that were being used to kind of like demonize these whole things, and it kind of created all that discourse. I think there was one photo with like the guy in leather and dog costume or whatever. This wasn't even at a pride parade. So I don't know. I think that it's okay to let kids know that gay people exist. Some of those kids are going to end up being gay or bi or pan or whatever, and that's just fine.
Well, they're gonna end up being gay because they think it's popular. I mean, they'll come to their senses, in a few years.
If being gay is a trend, then you deserve to follow the fucking trend. Who the fuck cares?
And why the fuck is he wearing his headphones around his neck? Like, either put them on your ears or take the shits off. Why?
He wants
why
to
do you
show
have them
off
right
his
there?
ears. He thinks
Look
his
at my
ears are
beautiful
cute.
ears.
But sadly they'll be feminized, much like yourself.
I'm here at the Pantheon bathhouse. Fucking.
You're sort of the victim of this as well, I believe. So they grow up and they see that being gay is what's popular and being gay is what's cool in our society. So what are they going to do? They're going to follow the mold, and
Is that all it took? So are you admitting that if being gay was popular enough, you'd be gay too? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying if you can be trended into being gay, you deserve it. Like, Christ, be better.
If he's afraid of being influenced into being gay, why does he follow Nick Fuentes?
Because
these people need to realize other people will always do things you don't agree with. I realized that when I was in high school, and these people haven't grown up to it.
Well, I think that they're blaming their place in society on other people. I think that's their message or their cause is that other people doing things they don't agree with is keeping them from flourishing. But their idea of flourishing is like making an American Catholic-run Taliban.
That sounds so fucked up just hearing you say it in such simple terms.
They want America first, but they want Taliban regimes.
They want to totally change
to do
America.
it. Yeah.
They want it to be something completely different than what it is. And I've heard Nick talk about, like, how things start out, things that started off democratically but turned into dictatorships. So I think he's hoping for that. He was probably hoping Emperor Trump would rise up.
Not everybody's as informed as others, and they're just going to go along with the system and go along with what's popular, and it's going to result in more gay kids and teens. Well, they think they're gay, right? And they'll eventually grow out of it, but it's sad to see it's happening to our kids.
Some people do think they're gay and choose different, and then some people think they're straight for most of their lives and choose gay. It happens other ways. Like, it's a spectrum.
I remember when I was a kid, you were gay if the other kids said you were.
I mean, kind of.
And now, like, you can make your own choice, and if other kids call you gay, that just only means they're flirting with you. I think. I'm not a kid.
Piss whistle. All right. Someone else sent this in that I wanted to have a look at. This is so this is the Groiper Clips channel from YouTube. And they posted this back when it was announced that Nick had been subpoenaed by the January 6th committee. I love the comments in here. They're acting like they basically have delusions of grandeur at this point.
No matter what happens, just know it's been a great honor being a part of this movement with the last real human beings. Long live Nick. Long live this struggle.
You lay it on so thick.
Nick in front of the Senate could be huge. Give the man a chance to shine.
To shine.
Be strong and take heart. All you who hope in the Lord, Psalm 31:24. Be of good courage, and let us be courageous for our people, and for our cities, and for our God. 2 Samuel 10:12. God bless Nick.
So they didn't even really have anything to say. They just wrote some shit that's in the Bible and then said, God bless Nick.
Well, it sounds like a Christian to me. Hope Nick uses this as an opportunity because that's what it can be in a big way for his movement as long as he uses the right optics. What are the right optics? You got to give himself a beard girlfriend, like you said? Those are the optics I've heard Nick talk about.
Yeah, how would good optics change anything? And what's your opinion of good optics anyway?
See, if Nick went up to the United States Senate and said, we're based and you're not, and if they said Groiper Nation, and then if there was like... Stalin had it right and Hitler had it right, and I put America first while I talk about the Taliban being a good group. Yeah, okay. What the fuck is Nick gonna say with his right optics?
Yeah.
I want Nick to have this opportunity. I want him to go up on the Senate stage, and I want him to say something. I'm gonna tell you how this is probably gonna go. He's probably going to go down there subpoenaed. When they ask him something, he's going to say, on advice of the council, I invoke my Fifth Amendment rights. Because he's worried he's being investigated by the federal government, too. He doesn't want to dump in on it.
Yeah, we'll see how deep it goes and what he's willing to say. He does have to release a lot of documents and other information. So they'll probably have some questions about that.
I feel like if they had anything on him legitimately, they would have just gotten him already. That's not how the FBI works, but it's nice for you to think that. A federal case has over a 90% conviction rate. They really do their due diligence, and it takes a long time sometimes to make sure of that. Even if they don't have much on Nick, if they wanted to charge him, they would charge him with something, see if Nick would take a plea deal. If he didn't, they would bury him in more charges. And they would have a lineup of charges just to see that their conviction rate worked. So maybe he's not going to get charged, but just because he hasn't been charged doesn't mean he won't be.
Right. We'll use this hard. There's a lot of copes, you know? It just keeps going.
Well, you got to have a lot of cope when you rode in on the fucking red wave with Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump came out and told you to get the vaccine. You really have to learn how to cope when you believe that there was an Agent Q, James Bond type person helping save Papa Trump from draining the swamp. And then Trump is just like, donate more money to my re-election campaign.
But I might not run.
I'm not sure if I'm going to run, but still donate money just in case.
I bet you even if he doesn't run, he'll just keep doing these rallies and people will keep going to him. He's fallen in love with campaign rallies.
Yeah.
There's never been another president in my life that did nonstop campaign rallies from the election, then they got elected all the way up until the next election and after.
Cyan Razor says, Jesus Christ. And he wasn't even there. I don't know whether to laugh or to be scared. He was there on the...
He was there. He just wasn't inside.
He wasn't inside, but he was there. Like, he could have incited. He has a very close look at the events leading up to the breach of the Capitol building.
The subpoena says that they saw his supporters in the Capitol.
Sure, George. I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. He wasn't even there. He was just all the way up to the wall and sending supporters in, maybe, possibly. We don't know. That's why he's being indicted. Maybe to clear his fucking name. He does have a vision of what happened that day. And he seems to be tied to a lot of people.
They're platforming him. No, they're going to interrogate him.
They're platforming Nicholas. What if Nick gets banned from the United States? Not just Twitter.
I don't think they can do that because you'd have to force somewhere else to take you, and the American government doesn't have the authority to do that.
Fatty Bacon 4 days ago says 21st century's Rosa Parks.
Oh, yeah. I will not sit in the back of the bus, and I will not eat a frozen pizza for Christmas dinner. Oh yeah. Is this recent? No, relatively recent. See, this is a CNN article, and they kind of have tagged the different flags and what they represent. There's like the Kyrgyzstan flag.
Damn.
Is that Jeff Holiday?
The green, white, and black joke controversial flag. Altered historics flags.
Yeah, the don't tread on me shit. There's the Oath Keepers. There's America First.
I wonder how many like Marvel comic book T-shirts and flags were there.
I didn't see any.
CNN's,
no flags anyway.
CNN's either hiding it from us or these people have terrible taste in superheroes.
It's the liberal media. Yeah, they do. They think Nick Fuentes is a superhero.
You telling me there's a Kyrgyzstan flag, but there's not like a handful of Captain Americas?
No flag. Maybe a T-shirt or something.
I want CNN to report the Captain Americas there.
I didn't. I didn't know there was a Release the Kraken thing, which is weird because Seattle's hockey team is the Kraken now. So if there's some kind of like alt-right dog whistle Kraken thing,
I knew the Kraken was a dog whistle.
Was it?
Seattle's a fucking Nazi state.
Did Bezos have something to do with that?
Probably. I'm looking up Release the Kraken.
Oh, they say it's a 3%ers flag. Yeah, because literally you go to a hockey game, you sit down, they play a video. It's like, Release the Kraken, all big.
I'm looking to see what they can say about it. I'm not seeing anything outside of the Capitol Hill insurrection for Release the Kraken. Like I'm getting outside of the Capitol attacks, I'm getting videos linking me to the Seattle Kraken.
You should look up, what was it, 11%ers or whatever?
I said, Release the Kraken 3%ers. And I'm not getting anything outside of its reference to that. I'm searching Release the Kraken alt-right right now. It's a catchphrase for an unfounded conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Winking at an unfounded voter fraud conspiracy in the presidential election trended on.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
It
the
is
right
in the
wing call
caption.
that's inspiring memes from both sides. Release the cracker.
So it's some QAnon stuff.
That's Sidney Powell. She was the crazy leopard print lady that was working with Giuliani for a stint. Giuliani was coming in with women that he looks like he picked up off of the red light district.
What a surprise.
It was cute.
Our ideas are bulletproof.
I just hope he can control himself and call them out when necessary.
This one's actually not delusional at all.
I just hope that he's being honest. The last thing this movement needs is for him to actually get busted for doing something stupid while he's been denying it this whole time. That would be the end.
Wow. This is the first rational post here.
I don't think all of his followers huff farts.
Most of them do. Most of them are like 12, let's be real. Most of them are 12, and then the older ones, the ones that are like the visible ones like Nick and Dalton are in their early 20s. And then Beardson is just like their lackey that's how old's Beardson?
He's probably in his early 40s.
You think so?
He looks like he could be anywhere from 28 to 52.
Yeah.
I don't know much about him, though. He looks like a curmudgeon. He's curmudgeon age.
Curmudgeonage. And he's like 5'2". Everyone, please like the stream. Please like the stream. We're going to move on to the next segment. Let's check out the cool guy Streamlabs that we got. We got some good ones. Booger Nick.
We got some big streamers tonight. Thank you guys for the big love. Walking Las Vegas with multiple big loves. Dragon in the West saying, would love it if it turned out he's down with the brown and had a secret illegal Mexican boyfriend. Nick is probably also jealous of Latinas. Damn.
He probably is.
Dragon in the West giving her the big love. Hypothesis and all of Nick's gushing for foreign dictators makes me think he's controlled opposition for the globalists. Yes. Hypothesis bring up that Carlos Danger was the alter ego of Anthony Weiner. Exactly.
Wiener.
The joke go hard, just like wieners go horde. Mustard 138 gave that big love, calling Nick out as the Jar Jar Binks of white nationalism. B-Ball Julian says 1912 Stalin gave the kids in his town free weed so they'd like him. That's what Nick apparently did. He tried to. They wouldn't take his weed. They wouldn't take his weed. The story was that Nick tried to get his old high school friends to hang out with him, and he's offered them free weed, and they said, "Nah, we're good." Which is kind of like a dorky thing to do. Like everybody's got weed. Like I wouldn't hang out with Nick just because he had weed. It's a very uncool thing. He probably thought he was the fucking cops, honestly. I may be a loser in real life, but in the online world, I'm a base tread groiper. Nice. Rat Lord Alcaraz gave that big love hypothesis. Said, what if the movie was made Christian to get a PG-13 rating? Yeah, I think it was Redeeming Love. Redeeming Love, the Christian film I saw last night. I think it just had a PG-13 rating because they wanted to have like all the little Christian families go see it and then cry when they watch this girl grow up to just be completely brutalized and abused and then have her redemption moment when she finally turns to God and the world stops using her as a whore. It was all propaganda. It was great, though. Love that propaganda. Love that beautiful bean footage. Hypothesis. So speaking of movies and spanking it, do you think furries are starting to yiff to Idris Elba's voice for Knuckles? I didn't realize it was Idris Elba until now. Impressive. B-Ball Julian says crack was bass when it was cocaine. Bass rock, too short. Blowjob Betty. B-Ball Julian, thank you again for your contributions. I think that gets us all back up on the chip with the whoop whoop.
The chip?
Yeah, I think we're all back.
We're back on the chip. Now we're going to move on to the next part.
He called me sir and got me so humiliated.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
Better well learn to love it.
Did you see the thing with Biden and the hot mic?
No.
Check this out. It was during a press conference.
Oh, no.
This reporter, Peter Ducey, I believe still from Fox News. He started out in Fox News, and his father was a big guy at Fox News also. Check this.
Why are you saying 8,500 trips to Ukraine card? Would you take President Biden's place with that? Do you think it plays with the political liability?
That's a great asset. More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.
Is it someone's job to cut his mic when this is going on? I think it's pretty funny.
He didn't say the gamer word, did he?
No. No, that'd be a way bigger story.
Oh, my God.
He just called him a stupid son of a bitch.
Good. Yeah, I think Biden's allowed to have an opinion. He always has had one. Just because he comes to president, he's not going to say something like, I'll take you out behind the bleachers and give Corn Pop a chain to the neck. Like, he's always said fucking ridiculous shit.
It's pretty funny.
I'm not mad at that at all.
What about when he called the kid fat?
Yeah, fucking kill him. No.
Hold on, fat? Listen, wasn't it listen, fat?
Something like that, yeah. How dare he talk that way about the fats?
Back in the day, There was this video on the internet someone uploaded, and it was the mayor of Toledo breaking up a fight at a park. He just happened to be at a park and saw these kids fighting, and one of the kids was a little fat kid, and the mayor was like, "Shut up, you little fat ass."
He really said that? Did he get reelected?
Oh yeah, he got.
I hate Toledo. It's disgusting.
This mayor was such a goof. They had him on the Daily Show and made fun of him on there.
Toledo is disgusting.
I wish. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's still out there. I was gonna play it for you because he's like, "Shut up, fat ass."
Disgusting.
It's so great. Oh, here. Hold on. It's still out there. Fat ass.
I don't like Toledo at all.
It's hilarious. Hold on.
Just into the Fox Toledo newsroom.
All right, that story in just a moment. But first, a YouTube video is starting to get a lot of attention here in Toledo. The clip shows Toledo Mayor Cardi Finkbeiner allegedly calling a kid fatso. According to the person who posted the clip, Mayor Finkbeiner was walking in Highland Park and saw some kids fighting, so he went to break it up. Now, just a note here, the video is edited by the YouTube poster. The profanity is bleeped out by us here at Fox Toledo.
Hold on. I'm getting the raw video. This is a news story about it. I'm going to play the raw video. I just found it.
Yo, what's up? My name Be Easy, and I got the exclusive footage of the mayor calling little kids names and shit.
Shout out to Be Easy.
Yeah. I know where this park is, too. Come here, fatso.
Check it out. Enjoy. He called him fatso. You know what I'm saying?
That's your homie, huh? Fuck the mayor. He's right there in like the old man shorts and the white
Is that
shirt.
a dwarf down there?
Someone was about to like hit him from behind.
Is he calling the dwarf a fatso? I'm looking for the fat.
I am going to call the cops. I'm going to have here 2 minutes. You're fat ass. 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 I think I do shit to
It's the kid on the bike.
Yeah, he's not fat enough for the mayor to be
It's
saying
like, hey,
that.
fatso.
Called a kid a fat ass. What kind of mayor calls a kid a fat ass?
The greatest mayor ever.
Come on now.
Let somebody grab
Look at him.
You're a good-looking young man. You haven't got the guts to give your name, huh?
He ain't no snitch.
Pardon?
He ain't no snitch.
He's not a snitch.
Okay. You seem like a good young man, too. Well, I don't need anybody fighting or pulling any crap over here. Or the cops will be here, and we'll just close the park down.
I like how the mayor was fucking like the guardian of the park that day.
I don't like that at all. I tried to send you a clip of something that we should watch to balance out, but I don't know if it'll be able to play on your end. It was a reel on Instagram.
These are hard to download.
Yeah, I don't know how to find it outside of that. So maybe we can't play it, but I feel like we need to balance this one out because that's too many leanings against the fats. We need to be fair and balanced. We need to be fair and balanced in this news. As a news source, we have to be fair and balanced.
When I was living in Albuquerque, this woman was running for governor, and she did one of the greatest gaffes on live TV.
First of all, you use that money. Tell the voters. I used it for fancy resorts for my employees. I used that money for luxury cars, and I took border security funds to protect our borders and gave big fat boners. So
big fat boners. Big fat
She's
boners.
trying to say big fat bonuses, and she
Yeah.
says big fat boners.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Big fat boners. Yeah. There was a better clip of that on YouTube back in the day, but it's not on anymore.
Give them big fat
fat boners. Here's hold What is this? Oh, check
Brown
this. Here's Tucker Carlson bitching about the M&M. I just ignored this shit. Like, I don't care what kind of shoes the M&M wears.
Yeah, but this is funny. This is like good content to talk about, right?
Is it?
Yeah, this is fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious that Tucker cares about it.
Oh yeah, like there's the people that say that gender is there's two genders. These are people that fight for genders, and now they want to fight when the gender starts to swap from a fucking candy. When they start to get less sexual.
Are they even changing the gender? I think they just changed the shoes.
But they're changing the amount of the social construct behind a fucking piece of candy. And they're getting up in arms because they're taking away some of this social construct from a piece of candy. It's funny as shit.
Has, quote, transitioned from high stilettos to lower block heels. Also less sexy. That's progress.
That thing is not sexy.
M&Ms will not
his candy.
be satisfied until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous. Until the moment you wouldn't want to have a drink with any one of them.
Why do you want to drink with the M&Ms?
Have a drink?
How many of these M&Ms do you want to drink with? This is fucking weird.
It is weird. Have a drink, take her out to a movie, maybe?
When you're totally turned off, we've achieved equity. They've won.
Yeah, but they're never going to win because I'm sexy as fuck. You could change all the M&Ms into androgynous fucking pieces of candy, and people are still going to get goddamn horny because I'm a beast. I'm a sexual beast. I'm the Marilyn Monroe of fat people. People want to bang me. So you guys can change the candy all you fucking want. Doesn't mean people are going to horn out for young Bill Fridge. I got you, Tucker Carlson. Stop worrying just because you're not sexy. You relied on M&Ms to bring sex appeal. Far-right podcaster Ethan Ralph convicted of revenge porn.
Revenge porn.
He's got a nice cigar, though. On the morning of Jan 5th, far-right podcaster Ethan Ralph entered the Richmond Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court in Richmond, Virginia. The 36-year-old Richmond resident walked out having been convicted of disseminating images of another in a case of revenge porn against Faith Vickers, the mother of his child, and his ex-girlfriend, who was 18 at the time of the crime. Damn. Yeah,
yeah, and that's where the whole video came from. Remember, we talked about it, and there were all the edited videos, like people bouncing off the gun and shit.
Bump the gun. Bump the gun.
Yeah.
I think I sent you a YouTube video.
Yeah, I'm downloading it right now.
Good, because this is important that we look at both sides of this issue.
Is it really?
You can't just have the mayor of Toledo.
There's no side. He was the mayor like forever ago. That's an old video.
You can't just have him run around spreading fat hatred without having a counterpoint, is all I'm saying. I see Styx, Hex, and Hammer named in the fucking release here.
Yep. Yeah, so it looks like he had like his sentence got suspended though. So he did no time.
That's good.
It's good?
Yeah, he doesn't go to jail.
He went to jail for over a year before.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody should go to jail.
For anything?
Nope. I think if you do something truly bad, you should be euthanized. Don't waste all this money putting people in boxes.
What you're saying is executed, not euthanized. There's a difference.
Definitely.
And who draws the line? What's bad enough?
I guess if we decide on this, I'll be the one to make the choice.
Oh, man, you're
imagine trying to explain to your children why you posted new pictures of their mom online. I think that's very, very positive of you to think that he would talk to the children when they were old enough to understand. I'm not saying he wouldn't. I'm just saying, like,
he may not be able to.
Yeah,
he may not have the option to.
Yeah. How about corporal punishment? What's corporal versus capital?
That's a beating, like what they do in Singapore.
I mean, there are different ways of punishment. I don't know. I think jail is just modern day slavery, and we should find other ways to deal with people.
executing them? Because that's a very extreme view.
Maybe not. Maybe corporal. Maybe we.
You just don't know what you want.
Maybe
you're
we
just
put,
running your
maybe
mouth.
we put people under 24-hour surveillance with a kill switch on them. They have a little webcam that's always around them.
So everyone so whose job is it to sit and watch these people? And
well,
they
already got jobs. People sit and watch them when they're in prison.
This is an awful idea.
No, it's just that we have the technology where we computer chip people, and then if they do anything wrong, their entire life is being recorded. They're on a blip all the time. They can go be about society. If there's any crime being committed near them, the thing will go off, and they'll immediately have to freeze and report. Or else they'll be blown up like in Suicide Squad.
Life is movies.
It is.
I'm barely the fridge and life is movies.
Look, everybody understands.
What I'm about to say is bullshit.
Everybody understands our system doesn't work the way it is, right? So I'm giving alternatives. If my alternatives don't seem...
It works far better than your alternatives.
I mean, you can't say that 100% factually knowing, but what my alternatives do is it starts a conversation. So even if my ideas are dumb, it brings up a conversation about the problem at hand. And that's where my true work is. I want to get people talking. I'm not saying my ideas are right. I'm saying my ideas are better. Because my ideas are only ideas, not the application of a failed system. Obviously.
System is this ambiguous thing that you always mention that isn't really anything specific.
Oh, there's
that
very
you can point
specific
to.
system.
Uh-huh.
The specific system of for-profit everything, where prisons are a for-profit system of incarceration and slavery to pay out cheap work labor in America to American companies and companies across the world. There's a whole lot going on in this system that is disgusting.
There are plenty of countries that have functional prisons that are not for profit.
Not here, not United States.
Well, yeah, that's why I said other countries. Are you listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
okay. So I'm saying there are other countries that don't have to execute everyone that does certain bad things, that have prisons that work fine, that aren't for profit, and they're not based on forcing people into slave labor. People just go there, they try to rehabilitate them. If there's no hope for them, they just rot away there, and they're much more humane to the people that they keep there too.
Well, that sounds better than both of my idea and what's going on. Why didn't you bring that up, Ben? You're no help.
You know what, you're right. So
Rudy Giuliani is selling autographed 9/11 shirts for $911.
It's like one of our goals or something.
I know.
He's in 9/11 mode.
He's pretty fucking amazing. What a good guy Giuliani
And
is.
I think someone tweeted this out. Yeah, Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani is selling autographed 9/11 shirts for $911. Of all the things he's done, this pisses me off the most.
I wonder if I can find this on the actual website.
Look, I'm the only person who was directly there involved with 9/11 that isn't profiting off of it to this day. I feel like in that case I should be able to sell T-shirts.
Yeah, I'm wondering where I can find the actual shirts. I don't know. I wish someone would have linked me to the actual Rudy Giuliani's T-shirt store.
Some of the money will surely be going towards Giuliani's legal fund.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
Facing several cases as a result of representing Donald Trump. It doesn't seem like Trump is interested in paying for any of them.
There it is. Collectible autographed by Rudy Giuliani 9/11 20th anniversary T-shirt.
What's in the picture?
It's him and George Bush, and I think that guy was the governor of New York at the time.
De Blasio?
No, not de Blasio. De Blasio was the mayor of New York, and he wasn't on the scene at this point. It's the governor of New York at the time. I can't remember what his name was. Yeah. So, and it's a shit design. They should use Comic Sans font on it.
I'm willing to design a 9/11 T-shirt and autograph it if anybody wants to buy it for $911. It'll be way better than that. And I'm obviously the one who popularized 9/11 from my hit song, The Clown on the Mountain.
People are saying it's Cuomo.
Cuomo?
Mario Cuomo. I don't know if that's true. I don't think Cuomo was governor then. No, he wasn't. He was governor till 94. That was not Cuomo. Who was it?
You couldn't look up the governor.
Oh, it's George Pataki. George Pataki. He was governor after Mario Cuomo and until 2006. That's him right there.
Hot Cheetos and Patakis.
Yeah. Pataki does sound like a. It sounds like a dish, you know,
something you get at a Polish restaurant.
Yeah, it does. Would you like a Pataki?
I'll have a Pataki.
Fresh sausage.
Sounds delicious.
Some potatoes.
Sounds delicious.
Check this out.
GOP election official charged with murdering tenant by shooting him 4 times, then rambling to police that he was driving me nuts. Well, she sure backed up the being nuts claim. A Republican election official in Connecticut is charged with murdering a tenant, reportedly showing up with a gun and shooting him 4 times in the torso. The official, however, may be poisoning herself to claim self-defense. The Norwalk Police Department wrote that at 11:52 a.m. on January 20th, 2022, a dispatcher's center received a 911 call of a disturbance at 16 Nelson Avenue. Arriving patrol division officers located a male victim within the residence suffering from gunshot wounds. The police wrote, Norwalk Hospital Emergency Medical Service evaluated the male victim and declared him deceased. The remainder of the message sought tips from potential witnesses and told the community that no threat was ongoing. A few hours later, more details were revealed. The department said that Ellen Wink, 61, of a neighboring address at the 18 Nelson Avenue, had been arrested and charged with murder. The disturbance was between Wink and a male victim. The male victim had sustained multiple gunshot wounds, the police reiterated. Wink's bond was set to $1 million. A court date was scheduled for February 1st, 2022. The victim was subsequently identified as Kurt Lametta, 54. Prosecutors, during a brief Friday arraignment, identified Lametta as Wink's tenant, the Stamford Advocate reported. Wink and the victim in this case had numerous interactions over the course of a month, said Prosecutor Michelle Manning on Friday, according to the Advocate. She then very clearly showed he shot him in his home. She brought the gun to the house that shot him yesterday. That, in the state's view, shows that she is a very dangerous person who lets her anger guide her finger.
That's insane.
I let my anger guide my finger sometimes, and that's what the girls love. A police report obtained by the Advocate suggests that Wink may claim self-defense. She reportedly told 911 dispatchers that Lametta came at her when she went to his apartment to clean. It's unclear why she believed she could enter Lametta's apartment. He was after me, Wink reportedly told the dispatcher.
He was after me!
According to the police report obtained by the Advocate. I'm so tired of this guy, she reportedly continued. He's on the floor. He's on the floor. What? A detective continued by describing the stream of consciousness. She said that she had kept telling him to get out and had enough, said a police report cited by the Stamford newspaper. Wink continued rambling about issues Kurt Lametta caused. Another tenant reportedly told the police that after a loud bang, it was Lametta, the victim, who yelled out that 911 should be called. Though Lametta reportedly suffered 4 wounds, Wink apparently said that she fired 5 shots from a revolver and that Lametta had been fucking driving me nuts. Wink's boyfriend said he heard a bang, a pause, and a few more bangs. Possibly evidence that could be that turn against Wink, but then added that Lametta was a big bully and that Wink was afraid of him. So this is telling me this Republican woman shot and killed a guy in his own home. This just tells me that so far, based on evidence, every Republican is fucking crazy. Using Giuliani's past thing, trying to sell fucking T-shirts for $911.
I bet people are buying them, though.
This is just 2, okay? So maybe we're wrong. Maybe our sample pool is so diluted. This is a Republican bitching about fuckable candy. Maybe every Republican is crazy. Nick Fuentes. Is he even a Republican?
Because I eat a lot.
Yes.
Technically, no. He's not at this point.
This is my pizza, this is my burger, and this is my chicken.
Yeah.
East or west, food is the best.
Yeah. He should be the mayor of Toledo.
Chicken. Yeah, chicken a lot. Roasted chicken, grilled chicken, biryani, chicken butter masala, chicken tikka, chicken kebab, chicken lollipop, chicken chili.
Yeah.
No, I eat.
He said, do you cook? He goes, no, I eat.
So at some point, you're going to have to find a wife who can cook for you.
This is where Billy stole his entire shtick from. Now I get it. Now I know why he likes this so much.
We share common desires.
He just does all the stuff you talk. I talk about fast food. Funny, ha ha ha.
We just share common desires, is all.
I don't run after bus, trains, and girls. I only run after food.
So who does
He
the
doesn't
cooking
run
at home,
after
Mum or
girls.
Dad?
He only runs after food.
Oh, really?
He's so based in red. He's Thick Fuentes. he's like Thick Fuentes, but for food instead of Cat Boys.
And can Dad cook?
No, we both eat.
Dad eats
Who are
too.
your favorite dancers?
Michael Jackson?
Can you dance like Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
He dances just like Dalton Piss Whistle.
He's the little fatting around kid.
Dude.
He's the fatting around king.
This is messed up.
He's just fatting around. He should be the mayor of Toledo, is all I'm saying. If you remember the time.
Well, at least I know he won't be the mayor of Toledo very long.
Why?
I don't know.
He's a
Tell
youthful,
me.
exuberant man.
Okay.
He could reign over Toledo for decades.
Nope. I doubt it. I think for so many reasons.
Ben, your doubt is going to be the last thing that determines this child's success.
I think it. No, I think it is. I think I just ruined it for
I
him.
believe the children are our future, Ben. I'm gonna
This,
let them lead.
how old is this anyway? This kid's probably like 30 by now.
He's
or
probably old
something.
enough to be mayor of Toledo.
Yeah, but he's not. He's probably dead or something.
I'm gonna tell him there's a delicious.
Who is he? What's his name? Let's look him up.
I don't know.
Let's look him up.
I don't know his name. What's the Tony Pacos? I'm gonna tell him about Tony Pacos. He'll go head to Toledo immediately and become the mayor because of Tony Pacos. He loves that food. See, I think he's more like you.
I think he became a crackhead.
He talks
and
about
he's
about
like-
Tony Pacos. He
he's
talks
down on
about
his luck.
he talks about the green chilies in New Mexico.
I don't think he does.
I think this kid is more like you than like me.
I don't think so. I think he's exactly like you.
No, I always hear you talk about biryani, chicken biryani.
Chicken biryani?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
You order from the Indian restaurant all the time.
I don't know what chicken vindaloo.
He's probably said something about vindaloo, right?
No, I didn't hear that.
He was gonna get there.
I didn't know what chicken biryani
He was
is
gonna
though.
get
What
there.
is that?
It's, biryani, chicken biryani.
What is it?
I'm not sure.
Oh. Oh God.
Why is this kid dressed like a cruise ship steward? Because he's running for mayor of Toledo. He knows if he wants to be the mayor of Toledo, he's got to appeal to the Sandusky outliers.
He does?
Yeah,
Sandusky's pretty far away.
Yeah, but some people like to go
You
to Sandusky.
don't know what you are talking about.
I know,
You do not know
I know
what you are
way
talking
more,
about.
I know way more about Toledo than you know about Chipotle.
What a weird fucking statement.
Have you ever had a vindaloo poo? No, I haven't. Is it bad?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about the one time. It was awful. I like the taste of vindaloo. Like it's pretty good, but then when you have to poop it out, it's awful.
Do you like all those types of chicken that little kid was naming off?
He said like lollipop chicken and all that stuff.
What did he say? What was he like? Was he like, this is my burgers, this is my pizza, this is my chicken?
Yeah, that is what he said.
He's so cool. Kid's so cool. Little fucking fat ass killing the game.
What up, YouTube?
What's up, Cobes?
We got a gaming stream.
Yeah,
One of
look
the
at
fans
his
sent me a
badass gaming
Call of
setup.
Duty and a new HDMI cable.
Does he have a porno magazine sitting on the arm of his? He's
All
covered with a
right.
hat.
Check out the new merchandise I released on Teespring, or not Teespring, but that. Sorry, Customized Girl.
So his merch is troll tears and then shoot your local Play-Dohs.
Yeah, and he
Your
doesn't even
Peelos?
bother. He doesn't even bother to take the background out of the shirt design.
Now you say don't bother. I think he doesn't know how.
It's not hard to find out though.
Well, Cobes is one of those guys that he just gets it done. He's not
really?
about technique as much as accomplishment.
Released the Troll Slayer mug. Also released.
I think he got taken down from Teespring because he was just like using other people's designs.
Brand new anti-rape shirt. Yeah. Gaming stream.
I still think Cope's t-shirt is more tasteful than Rudy Giuliani's.
It is because he's not charging $911, and doing it just based off of the fact that he was mayor when a tragedy occurred.
So yeah, we're playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
His gaming stream is just him sitting very far away from his computer so you can't hear him, and watching him kind of from the side play a game on his TV.
Would you say it's better than Jared Genesis' gaming setup, though? Remember how bad his was?
Yeah, his was on like a dresser, like his little kid dresser that he still had behind him.
Yeah.
But, you know, in some ways it was kind of better.
Damn.
In some ways this is better. It's a give and take.
You may be.
At least his house is cleaner, but Jared kind of almost like mimicked what, if he knew how to use OBS the right way, he could have set up as a stream. But I don't know why Cobes doesn't put his... Does Cobes not know he can hook his laptop up to his TV and use his TV as his monitor?
I'm sure he doesn't know that.
And he could
Does he even have a laptop, though?
But yeah, I think he's using a laptop right now. And all he needs is an HDMI cable plug into his TV and get like a wireless mouse and keyboard. Maybe get like a little table. And he can put a webcam up on top of his TV. Man, he could have a cool little streaming setup there.
Cobes doesn't know.
Get an Elgato USB
an Elgato
capture. Yeah, you know. I think he's playing PS4 or something. I don't know.
That's all right. We'll try again. Oh, I'm going to pull my load. Oh, God.
I try, but I can't hold on.
Like, what's the deal with Richie Wright calling me an alcoholic on my channel? You see me drinking right now?
He's like, Rory, call me an alcoholic. He drinks a lot.
Whoa. You can't call him an alcoholic unless he's only not drinking because he doesn't have alcohol. Because if that's the case, then he might be an alcoholic.
Yeah, he probably has no money to buy alcohol.
Yeah.
At least he's not drinking Listerine or huffing gas or, you know, something like that.
If he was an alcoholic, he's saying if, like, alcohol just showed up, he would be able not to drink it, right? Like, like, if he's obviously out of alcohol, and so he's saying he's not an alcoholic. But if he were to get alcohol and not immediately start drinking it, we could say he's not an alcoholic.
Sorry you guys can't see much of the screen. I have no control over that. Well, Squidward spelled backwards is draw dicks. What was that?
Oh, shit.
All of a sudden, man...
This is a bad look for him not being an alcoholic.
Bud Light is gross.
Where'd he get this alcohol?
I said, YouTube, that Wyoming now has beer delivery service. You can have beer delivered to my door. I wasn't lying.
Cobes is going to die now because he would turn away food when he would be full already or if it wasn't what he wanted, but people just sending him free beer whenever he asks for it. He's just going to drink all the time. He's going to drink constantly.
Savage, go pukes. Go pukes, Cobes. Cheers.
You stay away from the farmer's daughter. She may be 18, but that don't mean you go rubbing your greasy little paws all over her.
What the fuck is he talking about?
He's talking about staying away from the of-age farmer's daughter.
Over some hard-boiled eggs.
He's on an egg kick.
Got me some Doritos to snack on. I got me some eggs.
I like Cobra Christmas streams where he just sits down, plays fucking games, and gets all these deliveries to his house.
My PayPal money, appreciate it. What do we got here? Yo, what the fuck? I'm not complaining.
My guy got some free Wendy's. Look at him eat that big old burg. My guy, it's sloppy.
It's
God
sloppy.
Damn it! Why is it falling apart? It's
probably because it has
like
like every topping and like a chicken patty and a beef patty. And
Wendy's is lit for their add-ons. You can add on so much crap to your burger. It's stupid.
Oh yeah, I used to be a sandwich maker at Wendy's when I was younger, and I'd pile it on. You know.
Well, what's the most crazy sandwich you can remember making?
a triple grilled chicken, like a triple beef grilled chicken patty, 2 slices of cheese, and like extra bacon burger.
That's
like
nuts.
that.
So it was 3 beef and a piece of chicken?
The grilled chicken.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it in a bun?
It was in a bun.
Whew, that's trouble. How do you even eat that?
I had to smash it down to like wrap it and
Yeah.
everything.
Did you make it for yourself? Or?
No.
Okay, yeah, to wrap it, you
I
had
would
to
just,
smash it.
I like the spicy chicken. I used to cook that for myself and make those. I put pickles on it, and back then it was unheard of putting pickles on a chicken sandwich, and now
They
it's
do that,
everywhere.
though. See, dog.
Yeah, I think like in Nashville they've been doing that with their fried chicken sandwiches for a long time.
Yeah, I think Popeyes or maybe it was Chick-fil-A always put pickle, I think.
Did they?
Somebody put pickle on their
Because the
chicken
Popeyes
sandwiches.
chicken sandwich now is new. That's not their old recipe.
Yeah.
Now he's
Look
dancing.
at Cobb's dancing.
It's not like the Trumpster Bob dance though.
Cobb's having a good ass day, dude.
Oh no.
Okay,
Yeah, alcohol
hold up.
delivery is a game changer for him.
Hope Cobb's gets laid. He's Supermaning that hoe. Why doesn't somebody send him a prostitute?
Dude, my generation
I don't think he wants it.
had the
Oh.
fucking song Soldier.
That is like a battle cam throwback. Because they used to send each other prostitutes all the time, right?
Boy, what of it?
Someone tried to send Trumpster Bob one, and he said no to it.
3
too.
hours.
He said, Hell
4 hours,
no,
man.
I
4
don't need your prostitution.
For a gaming stream, yes. Well, one more after this, and I'll save the rest for tomorrow. I don't have to have alcohol to do a live stream. That was loads of fun. I'll hang out with y'all and chat for a bit.
How long did he even
Gaming
play
out.
for?
We're not gonna take
They
off.
probably cut it out.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm good on the PS4, dude. PS3 works just fine.
Oh, he has a PS3. Whoa. He's 2 generations behind.
And
now.
open up GarageBand. Watch what happens when I record the saying draw dicks and then reverse it. Draw dicks. A draw dicks sounds gross, inappropriate, immature. Squidward. It literally says Squidward. Listen. Squidward.
No, it didn't. It says like Squeenard.
Squidward. Squidward.
Yeah, it sounds like it more when you talk over it with it. Like,
Yeah, I love nacho cheese Doritos. I also like to masturbate, but not at the same time. Gotta have a free hand.
you know you masturbate with Dorito dust. You love that shit.
And I don't want to get Cheetos and Doritos dust all over
Cheetos
my
and
dick.
Doritos.
Unless, of course, I find a chick who loves an of-age woman who loves Doritos as much as I do. She starts kissing me, and it's like, I taste nacho cheese Doritos on your breath. And I'm like, you know it, babe.
You know it, babe.
See, I told you that turns him on.
You know it. I used
So
to,
he does jerk off with Cheeto dust.
Sometimes I roll my dick around in some Cheeto dust just to layer into
Cheeto
somebody's-
crusted trouser snake.
The little Cheeto pedo, and I slide it around in their wet mouth, and it gets all
Cheeto
orange. Cheeto pedo. Pito is what they call it's Spanish for.
Oh, because you were
penis.
saying it with more of a D sound.
Cheeto pito.
That's not all I have. I jerked off a lot.
Is that your new nickname? Why are you?
Joke
Pito
about getting
is,
Doritos dust all over your dick.
Way to
Roll
say
with me on
penis,
this.
I'm pretty sure. in
Plus, hey, you
Spanish.
know, you have
I
a
had
couple
no idea.
drinks.
I think so.
All of a sudden, some Doritos sound good. I'm not gonna lie. Hashtag fresh bag.
Cheeto Play-Doh.
Bag.
People are saying it is. People are saying it's Peter.
Yummy, yummy
I had never heard that
chips.
before.
Yeah,
Who gives a
it
fuck
translates
if it
to
goes to
whistle,
my hips?
but it's slang for penis. Your Cheeto pito.
You know, flauta means flute.
Mm-hmm. And it's also a delicious.
It's a taquito, basically.
Yeah, a taquito. I used to get cheesecake flautas, which had cheesecake wrapped in a little tortilla and then deep fried and then
Mm-hmm.
covered drizzled with some caramel type stuff.
So it's
They were
like a dessert.
Banana cheesecake flautas. Yeah, I would get those. They were dessert. I would get them on Capitol Hill like
Here
15
comes the
years ago.
crunch. Yum yum. Let's have a munch.
Here comes the
But
crunch.
this year,
Let's
I
have a
don't want
munch.
any drama with Richie, but the dude wants to call me an alcoholic.
Okay, well, people, when you drink on stream all the time, people are going to call you an alcoholic. You might not be. Maybe you're just functional. You know, who knows? But it's going to happen. Get over it.
Call it what you want to call it.
At least I'm not apologizing for sickos.
What? He's throwing some shade out there like, yeah, maybe this guy's a piece of shit that called me an alcoholic.
Damn.
While he takes a big swig
You know what I'm
of
saying?
beer.
Like, people who practice witchcraft get so much shit for practicing it.
No, they don't. No one gives a shit. Maybe they'll laugh. Maybe some people think it's weird. But
It's witchcraft.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I don't talk shit on
I know
on
so many
Jewish
witchy girls that burn sage around their house whenever they're having like men problems.
he's saying this is the reason he doesn't talk shit on Jewish people. It's like that's the only reason. It's because
he compares them to his witchcraft
Yeah.
ways.
People who
Interesting.
practice
Poop,
witchcraft
poop, poop, poop.
get
Thank
so
you,
much
Chapman.
shit for
Yeah.
practicing it. So you know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I don't talk shit on Jewish people if I can help it. I might slip of the tongue and say some like really anti-Semitic. Okay, let's not go down that rabbit hole.
My guy, I might slip of the tongue and say things
like literally right now.
Oops.
Like I've been caught on YouTube saying the word kike, and I apologize for that. I've also been caught on YouTube saying the word faggot.
What? You're doing it now. You're doing it now.
And that I'm sorry for that as well.
I'd like to apologize for the times I said burp
Yeah,
and
it's like,
burp, and the time I said burp.
What?
Those burp and burps. Go back to your witchcraft ways, you burp. I want to apologize for that with my Cheeto
Cobra.
Pito.
You realize enough that that's something to apologize for, yet you do it again. Like the apology doesn't make it okay for you to say it again if you truly regret saying it, right? I don't know.
Klakto varata nikto.
If we told fuck Adolf Hitler, I'll drink to that.
Then he throws in a fuck Adolf Hitler. That evens it up, right?
Yeah.
If you haven't had your dick sucked in 4 months to a goddamn year, why the fuck would you want to watch a dude get his dick sucked?
Okay, yeah, this is crazy.
Has he had some suck it recently?
He hasn't. And that's why he doesn't want to see another man.
Has it been 4 months to a year since he had some suck it and the dry spells for vaginal entry?
I think it's all.
You say you're straight.
Because he says he's on a 4-year dry spell.
Dicks don't do it for you. But here you are watching another grown man get his dick sucked like some fucking cuck.
No, I'm watching the girl suck a dick. When I'm watching porn, I'm not watching a grown man get his dick sucked. I'm watching the girl suck the dick. If you're focusing on the man, you're watching it different.
Yeah.
Kind of cuck. Because that's what you're doing, dude. Fellas, when you're watching some other dude titty fuck a chick with the hottest pair of tits.
No, I'm looking at her tits. I'm not looking at the dick fucking them.
And you're just
I'm not like, hey, I can't wait to watch this guy's dick go between some
Yeah.
boobs. I'm here to watch this girl get her tits blasted while she looks like a dumb submissive idiot. I like that. It's funny. It's good times. Do I watch it all the time? Hell no. I go and watch Christian movies like Redeeming Love.
I wish I was that guy. And then that's what it takes to get you off. You're cucking yourself. So you use the last bit of your toilet paper to fucking jerk it. And after you get done jerking it on the toilet,
This sounds like it's based on a true story right now.
you take a huge shit. Now you're left with this dilemma. Do I take the cum-filled toilet paper and wipe my ass with it?
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. This is not a huge dilemma. The idea that you're thinking about wiping your ass with cum-filled toilet paper.
He's got his own cum up his butt.
Yeah, that tells me that the only dilemma is that you had to pretend like you weren't going to do it. Because I've never thought about using a jizzwad toilet paper to wipe my ass before.
This totally happened to him.
And
the
now
way he's telling it.
Now that I'm thinking of it, there's no dilemma. I would just get more toilet paper, or God forbid, if we were out of toilet paper, I use the last toilet paper catching my own jizz. I would not wipe my ass with a jizz cloth.
He just cares about saving the planet and not wasting paper.
If he's a planeteer, then I could be one too. Wiping my asshole with jism is the thing to
I
do.
just jump in the shower and like hose my
Looting
ass
and
off
pooting
until I
is
get
not
more
the
toilet
way.
paper.
Here's what Captain Cobra
And I
has
assure you
to
that's
say.
the closest that any straight man will come to having come near his asshole. Spread them cheeks. You know, kind of like this, like.
Now he's doing Trumpster Bob.
I will say that 12-pack of a Bud Light that he got sent is going a long way. That was a good. What are you fingering his butt?
This is a nice visual for you.
All right, guys. We're gonna wrap in a couple minutes here. Give the stream a like. We're going to go do the movie review if you want to check it out.
For those of you that are $10 patrons or above, that's how you watch the movie review. Come hang with us. We're going to be going in there shortly after we cut off here. If you're not a $10 patron, think about it. Maybe even become a $50 patron so you can get the exclusive DP t-shirt this month.
Yeah, that's always something you can do.
Glad we made Working Lake tolerable for you, Saban. Thanks for the like.
I have the old ones up. Yeah. I was going to show the t-shirt, but I have the old playlist up. So.
Thank you for hanging with us, having some laughs, having some fun. For those of you that are $10 patrons or above, come hang with us for the movie reviews.
And
directly
subscribe.
After this. Give us a subscribe. I'm going to go take a whiz bang before the movie, though. So when we wrap this up, I will go pee and we'll come back in. We'll watch a big-time film. For those of you that aren't going to watch with us, just think about me peeing.
Yes.
Poop, poop, fix soul.
Poop,
Thank
poop,
you,
poop, poop,
Papa.
poop, poop. Good night, everybody.
I love you, Venom. Love you, Sarah. Love you all. Good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.